Hello everybody, this is Yoko Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 15. This is the real aftermath of what happened when they went after the Paranormal Liberation Federation. I almost messed up on the name. I almost said Foundation. Anyway, All For One is trying to get his original body back because he's currently controlling Shigaraki's at the moment. And at this point, Shigaraki is back awake and not happy that he's being controlled like a puppet. And yeah, we can all kind of see that he does kind of respect and think of All For One as a father figure, considering he took him in after everything. But with the way things are going on right now, it seems like he's not too happy about this and doesn't like him. Which, I mean, who would like being controlled like a puppet? Nobody. Unless they're into that sort of thing, but then again, this is not that kind of thing. And All For One gets all the Nomu to go and try to take down Tartarus, which is that maximum security, no one gets out prison that they have All For One and a bunch of other villains in. And at first, I was thinking that this was like a prelude to after what happened, all that, when everybody's in the hospital and recovering and everything. But no, this actually happens before that. So this happens like right after they went after the Paranormal Liberation Federation. So yeah, that's not good. So that's essentially adding more work for the heroes who don't even have the numbers anymore, or because everybody's still recovering and they actually lost a few heroes in the process, to even try to stop this. So yeah, All For One in Shigaraki's body gets all the Nomus to go after Tartarus, and they start attacking the place. At first you think, oh, this is not going to work because, like I said, nobody gets in or out of that place. But these are the high-end Nomu that we're talking about here. The ones that that all the other heroes had trouble with. And we already lose another hero because one of the ones that were outside guarding the place gets killed. Feel bad for the poor guy. Sadly, not enough screen time for me to really care. It's sad, but I don't have any emotional attachment to the character, so it doesn't affect me as much. Anyway, they start tearing up the place once they actually get through the gate, and somebody uses a quirk to break out, and then everybody else starts breaking out. The one who broke out, at first I didn't realize it, but I thought it was Kirogiri because he's down there too. But no, that was All For One. I'm guessing he was able to get out this entire time, but he was letting things play out before he tried to escape. Or maybe he was just waiting for the perfect distraction. I don't know. Anyway, he gets out, and then, like I said, all the other prisoners break out at this point, because it's like mass chaos at this point. And they start trying to get out. Well, by this point, the guards and everybody else had already lowered the bridge, because apparently they can do that to keep the villains from getting out. So now, essentially, that island is cut off. The only way you're getting out is if you can fly, which I highly doubt they have enough people who could fly, quirk-wise, to get everybody out. Except for the Nomus, obviously, but still. Anyway, we see some villains in there that we have seen before in the past. We see Moonfish in there, we see Muscular in there, and I was actually wondering where he was at. And, I'm surprised. I am surprised Stain's not there, to be honest. Then again, he might not have done enough crimes to end up in Tartarus. He might have ended up in just a regular prison. Because his quirk does require you to have blood in order to be able to paralyze your enemy. So, there's probably... I think he would be better off in a regular prison than Tartarus. Though, I could be wrong. He could be there for all I know. But we see, obviously Moonfish is there, and he uses his quirk, and not only gets rid of some of the guards, but also the other prisoners as well. And that guy is just creepy. He's like a freaking zombie with a sharp quirk, and that's not good. And the reason I say zombie is because, well, he was wanting flesh. So, yeah, that's creepy. But yeah, Muscular's there, and Moonfish is there. Obviously, Kurogiri, I think, is still there. Unless... Is he there? I could have swore that he was in that same place, because... Yeah, he has to be there. But I didn't see him get out. Unless they moved him. I don't know. But anyway, we see a girl with purplish blue hair trying to escape, and someone actually was around the corner seeing her do this. I don't know who that was. But yeah, I don't know who she is or what her importance is to this whole thing. But she heard somebody and went to open the door to one of the prison cells, and Overhaul runs out looking for Pops. And like, what are you gonna do? Because, like you guys know, his quirk involves his hands. He has to have his hands in order to be able to, you know, use his quirk. And as far as we know, his Pops is still in a coma in probably a villain hospital for all we know. Or a regular hospital. I don't know. I'm assuming a villain hospital because, I mean, he was a freaking the Hisakai, so that's kind of like the mafia. So there would probably be people out there who would want him dead. So I'm guessing he'd be in a villain hospital for more protection. I don't know. But yeah, even if he did find him, what is he going to do? He can't use his quirk to fix him. Or even... He probably could tell them what he did to him so they could try and fix him, but even then, I don't think they'd be able to do anything. No, actually, they could have Eri go in and fix it, because she could rewind him back before he did that to him. She could do that. That's her grandpa. I mean, then again, this is, like I said, this is right after the whole attack, the raid happened, so I don't know what they're going to have her do. She probably can't do very much, considering she's still learning better control of her quirk. Yes, she was able to get Mario's quirk back, but still, she doesn't I don't think she has complete mastery over her quirk yet. And she's still young. She's just a little kid. Anyway. But yeah, this guy, I don't know what this guy's gonna do. He's not really a threat at this point. Even if he was to get prosthetics, that still wouldn't work because his quirk wouldn't be in those prosthetics. You wouldn't be able to be able to have hands again, but he wouldn't be a threat with his quirk. And yeah, like I said, everybody gets out, and they're trying to figure out how the heck are we getting out of here because there's no bridge anymore. So how are we gonna get out? And All for One gets them all recruited into his army, and yeah, they race off. So yeah, there's a lot of villains going out and attacking other prisons, I might add. And getting more people for All for One to go and get recruited on his side. So that's all happening at this point. And while this is all happening, everybody else is still recovering at the hospital. And Bakugo wakes up. Obviously, he's his usual self. And the others come in and check on him. And they end up informing him of what had happened. That Todoroki is recovering. He's got a bunch of burns on him because of, frickin' Dabi's fire, way too hot. And Endeavor is still, I think, in surgery at that point. Or being taken to the ICU, I'm not sure. And just about everybody else is still recovering. And some of them, if they hadn't gotten them there in time, they probably wouldn't have survived. Like Gran Torino, for example. Frickin' took a hand to the chest, from my dad. And yeah, Aizawa is recovering, obviously. Whether he can use his quirk still after this, I'm not sure. Because Shigaraki got him in the face. Look at like it took part of it, at least one of his eyes. Whether he can still use that eye, I don't know. We will have to wait and see. But yeah. Essentially, Sero told him that I'm going to tell you what happened, but you have to stay calm. Everybody else looks like they might recover. Midoriya hasn't woken up yet. And they're not sure if he's gonna wake up, considering what his body went through. And I don't blame them on that one, considering he pushed his arms to probably past the limit of what the doctors had told him before, where he could use his power 2 or 3 more times on his arms before he wouldn't be able to move them at all. And essentially, probably the mental toll of using using One for All, learning how to use float, the danger sense thing, and everything else that happened to his poor body. Yeah, he's still out of it, and I'm sure he's not even gonna wake up. I mean, this is the Dark Deku arc, for crying out loud. He's gotta wake up. But yeah, there's a giant mob of people outside the hospital, and at first I thought they were talking to some of the guards outside the hospital that were wanting to, come and talk to the heroes and everything, because they were asking, how's Endeavor, is he gonna pull through, blah 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 blah. But no, they were actually talking to Natsuo, Fuyumi, and somebody else, and they were not giving any comment. And while this is going on, Shoto's like, I'm gonna be the one to take out my brother because, yeah, that guy needs to be taken down. I don't know if he can be redeemed at this point because he's just so hell-bent on taking Endeavor down. He would have killed, if Endeavor hadn't been watching during that final battle, he would have killed Shoto. But no, Endeavor was out at that point, so he felt there was no need unless he could cause Endeavor more pain. But seriously, why go after the rest of your family? They had nothing to do with what happened between you and your father. They didn't have any choice in the matter. Shoto definitely didn't. Rei definitely didn't. And speaking of Rei, she's out of the psych ward because she just came in with Natsuo and Fuyumi, who came to check on Shoto. Because, I mean, who else would have given Shoto a shocked expression to walk in? Hello? But yeah, I'm assuming they either let her out of the psych ward because she's better enough that she can, or the psych ward had gotten attacked by villains and they let her out so that way, because she's, mentally stable at this point to be able to handle it when they were evacuating people. Or, I don't know, maybe we'll get some answers next episode. But yeah, I'm glad she's out because she definitely does not deserve to be in that psych ward anymore. How long has she been in there at this point? Probably at least, I'm assuming at least 7 years, because I'm assuming he was 8 when that happened. I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, she definitely deserves to get out at this point. But yeah, as for what's going to happen, I don't know. Because we obviously lost Midnight and Majestic, and some other heroes, most of them unnamed ones, because we never got to know them before, well, the Decay got them. But those are the 2 main ones, besides, only one I can think of now is Crust, who saved Aizawa before when the whole Decay thing happened. But yeah, those are the 2 main ones that we lost. And obviously the villains lost twice. I don't know who else they ended up losing. Well, Mr. Compress is in a villain hospital at the moment recovering because he's got bad injuries. And, at that point, Gigantomachia was still sedated and being taken to that same prison. But obviously that's not going to be happening now, so what are they going to do with him then? That's a good question, actually. Because they can't release him. Maybe if he still has that radio, maybe they'd take it from him because that's the only way he'd be able to hear All For One. I don't know. Anyway, give me your opinion on all this, because I was actually thinking about something before. All the heroes, all the students that helped the heroes in the raids, they had their provisional hero licenses at that point. Isn't that the whole point of being able to use those types of benefits? Now they've got them to be able to help in that sort of situation. So why would it be illegal for them to help with that? Even if it was just only supposed to be for like evacuating people. Araka and the others should have been able to get credit for that, because that's what they were doing. I don't know, maybe they felt that if they had mentioned some of them, then they would wonder why the heck were the others not there, and then they would have to try and explain that, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.